Welcome to Easy English Hub. Today, we're diving into common English phrases for chatting in a bar. Get ready to sound confident and have fun. Can I get you a drink? This is a friendly offer to buy someone a beverage. Example, use this when approaching someone at the bar. Another example, hey, can I get you a drink? What's your favorite? What's on tap? This asks about the draft beers available. Example, say this to the bartender when choosing a drink. Another example, hey, what's on tap tonight? Anything new? Cheers. A simple toast to celebrate or enjoy the moment. Example, use this when clinking glasses with friends. Another example, cheers. Here's to a great night. What's your go-to drink? This asks someone about their favorite beverage. Example, use this to start a conversation with someone new. Another example, what's your go-to drink? I am looking for something new to try. Is this seat taken? A polite way to ask if you can sit next to someone. Example, say this when approaching a bar counter or table. Another example, is this seat taken? Mind if I join you? The vibe here is awesome. This complements the bar's atmosphere. Example, use this when enjoying the music or crowd. Another example, the vibe here is awesome. This place is so fun. Can you make it quick? This politely asks the bartender to serve your drink fast. Example, use this when you're in a hurry. Another example, can you make it quick? I've got friends waiting. What's the house special? This asks about the bar's signature drink or dish. Example, say this to discover unique offerings. Another example, what's the house special? I want to try something local. Mind if I join you? A friendly way to ask to hang out with someone. Example, use this when approaching a group or person. Another example, mind if I join you? You seem like fun company. This place is packed. This comments on a crowded bar atmosphere. Example, say this when the bar is busy and lively. Another example, this place is packed. It's the spot to be tonight. Can you recommend a cocktail? This asks the bartender for a drink suggestion. Example, use this when you're unsure what to order. Another example, can you recommend a cocktail? Something refreshing, please. To good times. A short toast to enjoy the moment with friends. Example, use this when raising a glass with others. Another example, to good times and great friends. Cheers. The music is great tonight. This complements the bar's music or DJ. Example, say this when enjoying the playlist or live band. Another example, the music is great tonight. It's perfect for dancing. What's good here? This asks about popular drinks or food at the bar. Example, use this when chatting with the bartender or staff. Another example, what's good here? Any must-try drinks? Can you make it quick? This politely urges the bartender to serve faster. Example, use this when you're in a rush or the bar is busy. Another example, can you make it quick? I am parched. This drink is amazing. A compliment for a tasty beverage. Example, say this to the bartender after trying your drink. Another example, this drink is amazing. You're a genius. Can I get another round? This requests more drinks for you or your group. Example, use this when everyone's ready for more. Another example, can I get another round for the table? Same as before. What's the vibe tonight? This asks about the bar's atmosphere or events. Example, use this to learn about the night's mood or specials. Another example, what's the vibe tonight? Any live music? Nice to meet you. A friendly greeting when meeting someone new. Example, say this after being introduced to someone at the bar. Another example, Nice to meet you. Are you a regular here? The bartender's killing it. This praises the bartender's skills or energy. Example, use this when the bartender makes great drinks fast. Another example, the bartender's killing it. These cocktails are perfect. Can you make it strong? This requests a stronger alcoholic drink. Example, say this when ordering a cocktail if you prefer it potent. Another example, can you make it strong? I am in the mood for something bold. What's in this drink? This asks about the ingredients in a cocktail. Example, use this when curious about a new drink. Another example, what's in this drink? It tastes amazing. Let's grab a table. This suggests moving to a table for a group. Example, use this when you want to sit with friends. Another example, let's grab a table. It's getting crowded here. The snacks here are great. This complements the bar's food offerings. Example, say this when enjoying bar food like wings or fries. Another example, the snacks here are great. These wings are awesome. Are you here often? A casual way to start a conversation. Example, use this when chatting with someone new at the bar. Another example, are you here often? This place seems like your vibe. Can you turn up the music? This requests louder music for a livelier vibe. Example, say this to the bartender or staff when you want more energy. Another example, can you turn up the music? Let's get this party going. This is my kind of place. This expresses enjoyment of the bar's atmosphere. Example, use this when you love the bar's vibe. Another example, this is my kind of place. Great drinks and music. Can you make it virgin? This requests a non-alcoholic version of a drink. Example, say this when you want a mocktail. Another example, can you make it virgin? I am not drinking tonight. Let's do a shot. An invitation to take a quick shot with friends. Example, use this to hype up the group for fun. Another example, let's do a shot. To epic nights. The lighting here is cool. This complements the bar's ambiance or decor. Example, say this when noticing the bar's aesthetic. Another example, the lighting here is cool. It gives such a chill vibe. What's the crowd like tonight? This asks about the type of people or energy in the bar. Example, use this when chatting with the bartender or a regular. Another example, what's the crowd like tonight? Any fun groups? Can I get a water, please? A polite request for a glass of water. Example, use this when you need a break from alcohol. Another example, can I get a water, please? Just need to hydrate. This place has great energy. This praises the bar's lively atmosphere. Example, say this when the bar feels exciting and fun. Another example, this place has great energy. I am loving it here. Can you make it quick and strong? This requests a fast and potent drink. Example, use this when you're in a rush and want a bold drink. Another example, can you make it quick and strong? I am ready to party. Let's hit the dance floor. An invitation to dance with friends or others. Example, use this when the music gets you moving. Another example, let's hit the dance floor. This song is awesome. What's your favorite bar around here? This asks for bar recommendations from locals or regulars. Example, use this when chatting with someone knowledgeable. Another example, what's your favorite bar around here? I am new in town. The cocktails are on point. This praises the quality of the bar's drinks. Example, say this when you're impressed by the cocktails. Another example, the cocktails are on point. Best I've had in a while. Can I get the bill, please? A polite way to ask for your tab. Example, use this when you're ready to leave the bar. Another example, can I get the bill, please? Time to head out. This is the best bar in town. This enthusiastically praises the bar's overall experience. Example, say this when you're having an amazing time. Another example, this is the best bar in town. I am coming back for sure. Let's make it a night to remember. This expresses excitement for an epic evening. Example, use this to rally your friends for fun. Another example, let's make it a night to remember. To epic adventures. The staff here is awesome. This compliments the bar's employees. Example, say this when the service is exceptional. Another example, the staff here is awesome. They're so friendly and fast. Here's to new friends. A toast to celebrate meeting new people. Example, use this when raising a glass with new acquaintances. Another example, here's to new friends and great nights. Cheers! Thanks for joining us at Easy English Hub. We hope these phrases make your next bar visit a blast. Like, subscribe, and share for more English tips.